everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing well. I'm not the Securus, your cowboy assassin for Cyberpunk Features. I was the singer is at your service. And yeah, we are here and we are back for some more Punishing Gray Raven. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing well, because I certainly am. But yeah, we are here and we are back. But yeah, I'm super happy and super excited to be back for more Punishing Gray Raven, and I'm super excited to dive in and do some more story and start with these stories called Summer Anecdotes. So yeah, I think with that said, let's dive in and do the story. These summer anecdotes, starting with summer's warm breeze. So yeah, without further ado and without further lollygagging, actually, but yeah, without further ado and without further lollygagging, let us wait, hold up. But yeah, overall, man, just great stuff. But yeah, without any further ado and without any further lollygagging, let's go. Let's start with beachside respite. Or respite. But yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's start reading this story. Just leave these right here. Okay. Have a drink and go take a break. We really appreciate it. Even as a commander of Babylonia, you're still taking the time to help out with our bonfire party. You grab the chill drink and take a big gulp, letting its sweet chill momentarily drive away the summer heat. I'm just laying a hand, that's all. Alright. The city's buzzing with excitement right now. After the huge success of last year's Paradise Festival, everyone's ready to take a break and have a good time once more. Hey, that's good to hear. Just look at the smiles on their faces. People are happy these days. It hasn't been easy for anyone, so setting aside some time to unwind feels like a must. There are a lot more street vendors down the road now. It's a nice spot to check out. I won't bother you anymore. Take care and have fun. Hey, you too. You watch him walk away, then sit quietly on a bench. All of a sudden, an unexpected voice calls out from behind. Commandant? Oh? Oh, Bianca! You turn around to find Bianca, whom you haven't seen in quite a while. Hey, it's this coding as well. It's been a while. It really has been a while, hasn't it? Bianca casually takes a seat beside you and starts talking about her daily life. It's not very busy these days, and a lot of people from the Purifying Force are taking leave to vacation here. For the next couple of nights, there will be a bonfire party on the beach, and I heard it's hosted by Pilau from Kowloon. Oh. Okay. Oh, damn, alright. Oh, so Pilau's the one behind this. Bianca gently brushes back the loose strands of hair draping her over her forehead, neatly tucking them behind her ear. Since there's a nearby concert nearby, folks are referring to it as a bonfire concert. I guess they're just carrying on what they did last year. Tomorrow night, there's also an outdoor movie showing. That's set up a bit further away from the bonfire area. It looks like a guy named Beardy is running the show, and he's going to show off a few of his own movies. Okay. I think I've come across that name somewhere else before. I heard Cerberus has crossed paths with him on a previous mission. Oh, sorry, I'm over here rambling about my own business and totally forgot to ask. How's everything going for you these days, Commandant? Aw, thank you for asking. Very well. Commander, you're not heading back to the Star of Life these days, right? That's a relief. I always hope you pay more attention to your well-being. Right, I will. What about the other members of Grey Raven? Lucia and Liv have a few things to take care of, so they're catching the next transport craft down. Lee mentioned some new urban legends floating around Constellia, and he wanted to look into them. Speaking of which, Constellia really is buzzing with strange rumors right now. I heard there's a ghostly silhouette roaming the shoreline at night, and at exactly 3 in the morning, a mysterious mechanoid appears at the crossroads. supposedly granting wishes. There's also talk of a castle where a haunting song echoes through the corridors. Oh damn. It's probably all just rumors, right? Maybe they're just the work of a few mechanoids seeking an artistic outlet. It's not completely out of the question, I think. Plenty of classic films use urban legends as inspiration. And sometimes it's the other way around. Some urban legends actually come from those old films. Peaceful, everyday chatter drifts along with the gentle roll of distant waves, until the sudden call of a seagull breaks the quiet nearby. Aww, that's cute. That's really cute. That's really cute, man. I love that. Alright, there we go. The drink is already finished, leaving nothing but ice cubes that collapse with soft clinks as they melt. Beep beep. Bianca checks the message appearing on her terminal. I'm afraid today's idle chat ends here, Commandant. Alright, I'm really happy with how today's turned out. I feel the same way. See you next time, Commandant. Aw. Bianca turns and walks away. You glance at your terminal. Looks like Lucia and Liv are about to arrive at Constellia. Staying up, you head toward the pickup spot. There are two routes, one through the bustling commercial district and another through the quieter residential area. Alright, pass through the residential area. Let's see. Do we get like different interactions? Commandant! You step into the street in the residential district and immediately hear someone calling you. Turning around, you spot a blue-haired construct dashing toward you from afar. Oh, Alyssa! Commander, I never thought I'd run into you here. It's been a while, Echo. Are you on vacation, Commandant? Yeah, it's rare to get some time off. How are things going with you these days? You heard Babylonia has not been paying Echo nearly as much attention these days. I'm still traveling across the surface, just like I always did. The city is where Lena once came for a mission, so I decided to see it myself. Commander Nicola has been looking out for me a lot. Aw, that's nice. He even asked if I wanted to go to Babylonia and officially join the task force. What do you think? Well, I'm still thinking. I'm also considering joining the control court. Commander, what do you think? Control court's pretty nice. Just trust your own instincts. Commander, where are you headed? I'm meeting up with the Grey Raven. Oh, they're also here. Commander, please give everyone my regards. I will. Aw. You say your goodbyes, head along the planned route to the plaza, and spot 3 people who have already been waiting for a while. Hey! The team's all back together! Oh, and the summer coatings too. So those urban legends are real? Yes and no. Yes and no? Probably something similar going on, but not in the way everyone expected. Indeed. The 4 of you walk side by side along the shore, letting the evening tide blow hints of briny summer air against the skin. You occasionally break into laughter, like a close-knit family taking a leisurely stroll after dinner. Following the clues, I found the mysterious mechanoid who appeared at the crossroads at exactly 3 in the morning, said to grant people's wishes. Was it really capable of granting any wish? No, but it was originally a butler-type service robot. Its logic circuits glitched at exactly 3 a.m. Every time that happened, it would automatically make its way to a crossroads. Hence those rumors. So you want to help it this afternoon, right? Yeah, I fixed it up as best as I could. But it's an awkward awakened machine, so I can't completely restore it. With your 3 teammates beside you, you hear distant seagull cries from the sea on your right, and faint cheers on the beach to your left. as the people are celebrating around a newly lit bonfire. Aw, the music is beautiful as well, man. For a moment, you feel the word summer come to life. Oh, sorry about that. Summer, what a wonderful season. The trio stops talking, looks over at you, and exchanges a knowing smile. From now on, well, we will share many more summers just like this. Hey, nice. I'm actually curious on if I choose to go through the commercial district, who will show up. So yeah, let's quickly do that. Alright, let's go through the commercial district now. See if anyone new shows up. You have the commercial district where rows of shops and bustling street stalls line both sides of the road. Alright. As you look ahead, a familiar figure comes into view in front of a nearby shop. Oh, the music. Oh, Chang-Yu. Oh, we get to see him. Hey, Noctis. It's Chang-Hu! Chang-Hu! Are you on vacation too? Chang-Yu looks a bit resigned. I'm working. I love a vacation, but apparently born to hustle. I still have a job to do right now. Constelia is thriving these days, with more and more people settling down here. The train keeps bringing in plenty of newcomers to Constelia. I'm here to survey the commercial growth. Jamila wants to form a long-term partnership with this place. From my perspective, many people are reigniting their hope for the future, and that's largely thanks to you, Commandant. This is also the result of many people's hard work. Are you shopping alone? Wait, want to join me? A nearby voice cuts Chang-Yu off before he can finish. Chang-Yu, regarding that business collaboration, I need your... this guy. Noctis, can't believe I'm seeing you here. It's been a while. On behalf of Actilec, I offer you my regards. If you have time, feel free to stop by Actilec. Chang-Yu gives you a C, I told you so look and shrugs. Looks like I've got to work. Need to head over. I'm sticking around here for a while, so let's hang out another day. Sir, see you next time. Hey. You say your goodbyes and head along the planned route to the plaza and spot 3 people who've already been waiting for a while. Hey. Yes, and then, yeah, these people. Yep, skip. Yep. There we go. Oh, okay. Oh, it's split into 3, okay. Oh, damn, alright, okay. Yeah, alright. Alrighty then, let's do Teddy's story first then. Let's do Teddy's first then. Alright, with that said, let's keep going. Night tide chat. Alright, let's see. Babylonia, before departing for Constellia. Alright. You make your way through the maze of intersecting corridors, slowing down at the next junction. Glancing around, you confirm no one is on your tail before taking a left into little-used side passage. Alright. Oh, the hallway is lined with tightly closed doors, each numbered and otherwise indistinguishable. Continuing onward, you finally come to a stop at the last door at the end, the one with the highest number. Knock knock. The moment you knock, the air seems to tighten. For a while, there's only silence, then at last, a cautious reply comes from inside. Who is it? It's me. Even through the door, you can still catch what sounds like a relieved sigh on the other side. 1 second, the door is shut tight. Next. Oh, it's voiced. Okay. Hold up. Shut to next, it swings open. You don't have time to see what's happening before you're pulled inside. Inside the warehouse-like room, a pink-haired construct crouches down by the slightly open door, carefully watching the space outside. No need to be so tense. I keep a close watch on my way here, and I'm sure no one notices me. Oh, it's voiced. Okay, okay, let's skip this for now, and then change, the audio settings real quick. Let's change the audio settings real quick. Because I'm sure it's voiced in, like, CN. Let's see if it's voiced in, like, JP. Or if it's purely just CN. Let's see. Let's check if it's voiced in JP or not. Alright. Alright, skip. Yep. Oh, it's only, CN. Alright, cool. Alright, guess we'll have to switch to CN dialogue. Let's see. Let's, see. Alright, let's try this again. Let's see. Alright, let's go. Yup. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
谁？
It's me. Nice. No need to be so tense. I need to keep a close watch here, and I'm sure no one's following probably.
现在可是假期，大家不像平常似的埋头在岗位上。况且你又那么出名。
You figure out which of the 2 teacups on the coffee table is yours. Grab some tea leaves from the side compartment and brew a fresh cup. You take a sip. The temperature and taste are perfect. If you're so worried about getting caught... Why set up your secret base so close to the engineer force in the first place?
最危险的地方，就是最安全的地方。
You sure?
卡列尼娜绝对想不到，平时我就藏在工程部队的仓库里，就藏在他的眼皮子底下。这可是我费了不少功夫才找到的，除了我，也就你知道。所以千万小心点儿，别露馅了。我可不想再换地方。
You can count on me. Teddy checks outside to make sure no one's around, then shuts the door tight.
怎么来这么早？离约好的时间还差1个半点，也不知道提前告诉我一声。突然敲门，吓了我一跳。
She heads for the sofa, casually scooping up your cup of black tea on the way.
这个，就当是给我的补偿了。
I just brewed it.
放心，我不嫌弃你的手艺。
Teddy settles back into the sofa, and with a snap of her fingers, a giant screen materializes in midair from the terminal's projection. The screen is divided into 3 parts. The left and center are crammed with dense text, and the right shows a sprawling bird's eye view of Constellia. Are you working right now?
怎么可能？我这辈子都不可能在放假的时候工作。
Damn. Okay. She passed the empty seat beside her, and inviting you over.
来，见识下我为我们这趟康斯塔雷耶之旅做的终极攻略。
You sit down next to Teddy. Watching her move her finger as she matches each entry from the list on the left to the coordinates on the map on the right.
上次空中花园安排的那个集体公寓，房间小不说，网速还差，刷个论坛都要加载半天。看我找的，海景房、私人沙滩，下楼就到海边。最重要的是专用光缆，网速绝对有保障。接着还有这些：日落岩、海峡栈道、海盐渔村，都是我调研后精心挑选出的，顺序也用程序跑过，是不会来回折返，1天之内就能全部体验到的最佳路径。
Damn.
然后是最关键的。
She slides her finger across the screens, merging all 3 into one and revealing a grand stage before you.
篝火音乐会。
You heard from Teddy that Bonfire concert is huge, with plenty of top-tier bands in the lineup. You mentioned how crowded it gets and how hard it is to get tickets, so you still haven't decided if you're going?
惊喜之一，你看这是什么？
Teddy pulls out 2 gleaming golden tickets from her pocket. You take a closer look and see that they're concert tickets, prime seats right up front. Oh,
莱昂纳
damn.
多那家伙虽然大使指望不了，但在这种杂七杂八的地方上，怎么样，指挥官？是不是已经很期待接下来的旅程了？
About that. The words cling to her throat, sharp and unspoken, but Teddy's already moved on, bulldozing through the silence like it's yesterday's news. She gives the sleeve of her gray raven uniform a quick tug.
记得换身衣服，哪有度假还穿制服的？是没有适合海边的衣服吗？康斯塔雷耶有家机械体开的服装店，里面做起衣服来还是挺快的。我这里有几套之前给你出的服装设计需求，选一个。顺带偷偷提醒，这家服装店里还隐藏着一个惊喜。
Teddy's in high spirits. Not often she gets this excited. You can see she's really looking forward to her holiday getaway. That's exactly why I'm breaking the news. I have a last-minute work assignment, so I can't go with you anymore. It's so hard to say. Damn. But tell her, Teddy. Sorry, I can't go with you anymore. Work's come up. Damn. Teddy's eyebrows slowly droop.
不对吧？
She scrolls through a terminal, checking for
我
something.
看了你的行程表，没什么事。
The girl widens her eyes, her finger stopping halfway through a swipe on the screen.
值班？什么时候填上去的？
Damn. Updated just now. Meet Teddy's confused gaze, trying to figure out the best way to explain. Strange rumors have been swirling through certain areas of Constellia these days. To keep everyone safe, they're putting 10 people on watch. And to make it fair, they held a lottery among everyone who's off duty.
我怎么不知道这件事？
Damn. I only discovered it because my name came up in the draw.
全员抽签，抽10个人，
Yes?
所以这份攻略全泡汤了。
You can still go. Teddy goes quiet, a sharp turn from how excited she was a moment ago. The sudden silence really has you on edge. Even though there's a slip-up, you know it's ultimately your fault, and all her high hopes along with the plan she carefully devised are now ruined.
原来
As you listen to the heavy sigh, you feel that sense of guilt weighing on you even more. I need to figure out a way to make her feel better.
原来我上次设计的程序报错，是你的问题。
Damn. I'm really sorry about it. Wait, what did you just say?
就是上周给你看的那个。我说我设计的程序跑起来怎么会报错？原来问题出在你这边。我当初就不该让你来点启动，你的坏运气都传过来了。
Damn. Huh? Is that really a thing?
怎么？你这副有疑问的表情？ 全员抽签只抽10个，就这还能抽到你？难道你还想说你的运气不够坏？不过，全员抽签只抽10个，你还真能够被抽中。尊敬的指挥官，请问您对假期间以这种形式被抓去工作的情况有什么看法？请问您现在的心情是怎么样呢？
I don't like the sound of that question. Teddy pretends to hold the microphone and starts the interview with a barely contained laugh. There isn't any bitterness over ruined expectations or the heartbreak of a carefully plotted plan go to waste. All that remains on that unstoppable grin is pure unfiltered schadenfreude. Well, this twist is nothing like you imagined, and for a moment you don't even know how to respond.
刚刚看你表情那么凝重，我还以为是康斯塔雷耶被谁给炸了，没想到只是这种事。不过
Damn.
这么低的概率还能让你给碰上，也真是够倒霉的。哼，怎么还是这种表情？难道你是想让姐姐摸摸头，然后说乖乖没事的
？No way. This is nothing you imagined, but there's no sign of that gloomy mood you were dreading. Overall, it feels much lighter now.
所以你打算怎么办？老老实实去值班？
Can't fight fate. Duty's duty. I'm going. Anyway, here's how I see it. You're stationed at an abandoned apartment building. Every night, weird noises come from inside, like something's wandering around. Babylonians checked it out a few times, but they never find anything. Being on duty is meant to prevent any unexpected trouble inside the apartment and to keep curious people from wandering in and getting hurt. But if you investigate the truth behind this abandoned apartment now, you can free up your schedule and follow your original plan to go have fun with Teddy. Alright.
想法是不错，那么你调查到哪一步了？
I haven't actually started yet. You received the notice only not long ago, and you rushed here the moment I heard the news.
像这种怪谈类事件，线索往往都是零碎的，光是收集线索这一步就要耗费大量时间，更别提线索可能还互相矛盾，真假不清。就算短时间内找到关键线索，还原的也大概率只是过去。要根据过去的情况调查出现在的真相，现在进展还为零。难道你真准备凭运气去碰大奖？凭你的运气？
Is it already too late?
一个人的话肯定是来不及。不过，要是能有一个精通网络，能够快速收集信息、筛选线索，头脑还清晰聪明的助手的话，
Damn, alright.
这种人可不好找。不过，我恰好认识一个，不仅各方面条件都很合适，价格也很实惠，只需要一杯樱桃味电解液。指挥官，要聘请吗？
If you're 2 people working, we probably won't finish on time.
但用上假期时间的话，
I decide not to hire this candidate then.
至少先试下吧，说不定。
You shake your head, cutting Teddy off. You know that your bad luck is yours alone. And you won't let it spoil the vacation she worked so hard to plan.
真的确定不聘请？现在只需要一杯樱桃味电解液，再往后可就要涨价了，到时候你想请都请不起。还是说
Damn.
看不起我？
Teddy lifts her chin and puts hands on her hips and glares with surprising ferocity. Damn. Pull it out.
那接下来
Now you're grabbing the camera and recording all the fun moments at the concert.
给我等下！
She stands up and sets the glass down on the coffee table with a decisive thud. You've already had it, so don't even think about backing out now. You point at the half-empty aperture-like glass. Teddy looks ready to protest, but no words come. Her mouth opens and closes, frustration written on her face. Alright, that's decided. I've got a meeting in a bit. Teddy doesn't say a word. She plops down on the sofa, sulking and pointedly turns her face away. Don't forget to send me the videos once you finish recording.
你赶紧。
Hey. She waves her hand outward in annoyance. The human leaves and the room falls silent. Teddy stays curled on the sofa, completely still. After a moment, she straightens her tilted head, her pink eyes shifting to open doorway. Nothing remains. Open and nothing remains. Open? Oh. She leaps off the sofa, crosses the room in a few quick strides, grabs the doorknob, and slams the door with a loud thud.
走的时候记得给我关门啊。
Damn. She mumbles under her breath, resting her head against the door for a moment. Then, as if utterly drained, she staggers back to the sofa and collapses onto it. Her gaze drifts from the 2 concert tickets on the table to the glowing travel guide on the terminal. We're finally settling on the mechanoid-run clothing store highlighted on Constellia's bird's eye map. A single tap and a notification pops up. Dear customer, your order is now complete. For questions about custom coatings, please contact customer
本来
service.
还想第一个让你评价下。
Damn. Teddy lounges sideways on the sofa, idly tapping the terminal screen. By the time she comes to her senses, she finally finds herself unconsciously looking up everything she can about Constellia and the abandoned apartment. After a moment's pause, Teddy switches off the screen and tosses the terminal aside. She flips over the sofa and buries her face in the cushion.
是你自己说不用的。
Damn. The scene holds for several seconds before the pink-haired construct suddenly pushes herself up. Reaching out to grab the terminal she threw aside. She turns it on. The screen displays the data she just looked up. Details about the abandoned apartment in Constellia. She seems lost in thought. Yeah, I'm alright. Constellia at night. An abandoned warehouse. Even though you try your best, you just can't uncover the truth ahead of schedule. You send this bad news to Teddy through your terminal, and you get a cheeky told you so brownie sticker in return. You roam your patrol zone as requested, but seriously, there isn't a single soul around. It stayed empty as far as you can see. Makes sense though, with all the vibrant nightscapes in Constellia, who would come wandering into desolate ruin for fun? Standing guard pretty much means you're just pacing around or flicking a blade of grass to shoo away the mosquitoes. To imagine how much longer this routine will drag on. It's dull, but hey, a little boredom is better than trouble. You look toward the southwest and barely catch the bright lights from the bonfire concert. It's nothing like where you are. Teddy must be having the time of her life right now. She's probably so caught up she forgot to send any updates. She hasn't sent another message since that brownie sticker, not even the video you mentioned before heading out. Should I nudge her about it later? No, I should let her have a good time.
爹，
A sudden chill hits your cheek and you shudder without thinking.
抓到你偷懒了，值班还这么松懈。
Bro, what?
是
You glance over. The pink-haired construct wears a faint smile, and the icy can in her hand glistens with its condensation. Teddy?
接着，
As soon as you come to your senses, a cherry red can is right in front of you, and you scramble clumsily to catch it. The chill drink settles in your palm, its icy coolness jolting you awake from your shock. A dozen questions flood your mind, but one demands immediate attention. What is that outfit you're wearing?
先涂着，我自己设计的，怎么样？
She twirls around, showing off her new look. You look great.
那喜欢吗？
The second question feels familiar to the first one, but there's something distinctly different about it. Noticing a short pause, Teddy gives a smug little grin, clearly pleased.
我是在问这身涂装适不适合我，不是单指涂装怎样，而是指我穿上后整体的效果如何。
Damn, alright. Well then, why not just come right out and ask if it suits you?
感觉还不是很惊喜，不过算了，勉勉强强吧。
She's muttering something under her breath. You open the can and take a sip. The icy drink slides down your throat, and in the scorching heat, you feel refreshed from the inside out. You take this moment to clear your head. Did the bonfire concert end early? You didn't go to the bonfire
没
concert?
去，比起篝火音乐会，我觉得还是这边更有意思。别
Okay.
担心，门票没浪费，都送出去了。
You really think this place is more fun than the bonfire concert? Look around at the tangle of grass and creeping vines. Are you sure?
指挥官，你调查这栋废弃公寓，有查出什么吗？
Based on some scattered clues, you've indeed made some headway, just as Teddy predicted, piecing together a story from the past. It's said that a group of children used to come here at night to play hide and seek. One girl, always found first, was determined to stay hidden until the end, slipping into a toppled wardrobe. For long, everyone else was found except her. The other kids figured she became bored of being found first and must have gone home, so they stopped searching and left. She remained hiding for a long time, feeling happy about not being found, but when she finally tried to leave the wardrobe, rusted metal shifted and jammed the doors, trapping her inside. She screamed for help, but no one heard her. This child has always been overlooked in her family, and by the time everyone realized she was missing and started searching for her, it was already too late.
是个悲伤的故事。
Damn. Yes, exactly, and ever since then. Since then, every night in this abandoned apartment, strange noises echo through the halls, like something's still stuck inside, unable to find its way out.
你不觉得这很有都市传说的感觉？
It sure does. Well, here's the main point. This apartment really does make strange noises at night.
指挥官，那奇怪的声音，你有亲自听过吗？
No. Hold on, are you thinking of... Teddy nods, a mischievous smile on her face. I refuse.
指挥官，你想想啊，万一有谁已经偷偷溜进公寓，然后又正好发生什么意外，此刻就像卡在衣柜里的女孩那样，等待着人来救援。
That's only an if. Meanwhile, I've got someone right here who's actually trying to get inside.
所以，真的不行吗？
No, absolutely not.
好吧。
Without any more persuasion or protest, Teddy hangs her head in disappointment. Her overly docile look sets off alarm bells in your mind. Sure enough, in the very next moment, she reaches out her hand.
那饮料你还我，还我就走。
Damn. You empty the can in your hand, then glance at Teddy. But isn't this for me?
但我只是让你帮我拿一下，我当时说的可是接着。
Well, Teddy wears the sly grin again, like everything is going precisely according to plan.
喝都喝了，总归是要给点补偿吧。
It's a scene that rings a bell, though last time the one left on the spot was Teddy instead. Well, I can pay the original price. No, scratch that, I can pay double.
好啦，别说那么多了。
Teddy grips her arm and dashes toward the main entrance of the abandoned apartment. Damn.
规矩什么的先扔到一边，后面要真有什么批评下来，我帮你想办法。现在，跟我走吧。
Damn, okay. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute, but okay, let's keep going. But yeah, before that, we keep going. I just gotta do something real quick, so I'll be back in a second. Just give me a sec, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. But yeah, let's keep going. Great stuff, fun story around. So yeah, let's keep going. Summer together. Let's go! Despite its battered, crumbling exterior, the inside of the abandoned apartment is surprisingly intact. Cracks run everywhere, but none of them go all the way through. A warning sign made from concrete walls and boarded up windows blocks every bit of light. Now that the interior lamps are broken, darkness is all that remains. The flashlight is the only source of light. Barely pushing back the shadows in a small circle around you. Maybe it's just the survival instincts kicking in, but you can't shake the feeling that something is about to jump out from the pitch black void at any moment. In the faint light, you see the floor is old and worn, and with chairs and stools knocked over, everything is scattered and surprisingly not dirty.
很认真嘛。
Are you talking about me? It's strange, you feel that rather than noticing what's around it, Teddy's more wrapped up in you. A gentle cough interrupts your thoughts.
总之，先听一听有没有什么奇怪的声音吧。
I really hope there isn't. Oh? Do you hear that?
像是楼上传来的。
Teddy says this and looks your way. Now, even if you try to refuse, she's definitely dragging you along. Let's go. You follow the sound up to the 4th floor of the apartment, coming to a halt outside room 404. Those digits feels eerily appropriate for this place. You press your ear to the door and confirm the odd noises coming from within. Beyond that, everything is silent. You twist the doorknob and hear the lock click open. Sharing a quick look with Teddy, you ease the door open. Oh, damn. Okay. Inside, there's no frantic commotion, only a minimalist room, with Constellia's light streaming in through the window. The bed and table are in full view, with nothing concealed. An iron wardrobe stands flush against the wall, with faint noise hums from inside. Anyone there? There's no reply, just that same trembling sound pulsing
要
away.
打开看看吗？
Damn, alright. Go to the previous port, it's supposed to be empty. But we better check, just in case someone really is stuck in there. You hook your fingers around the cabinet's groove and pull, but it barely budges. Is it jammed? You push with both hands, the grating squeak making your teeth ache as you barely force open a gap that's only slightly bigger than a fist. Alright, this is... You slip your arm through the narrow gap, feeling around for the item at the bottom. And finally pull it out. It's a terminal. Press the pause button and the eerie noise instantly stops. The tension in your head loosens right away. See, urban legends aren't worth believing. Teddy, what do you... You turn around. The room looks the same as ever, except there's no sign of Teddy. Teddy, coming out. Don't freak me out. There's nothing but silence. Teddy! You shout for Teddy a few times, letting your voice echo through the open corridors. The sound quickly fades away, leaving nothing but silence behind. Has she really vanished? There are no corrupted or hetero creature in this abandoned apartment. No real threats at all. With Teddy's level of skill, almost nothing here can pose a danger to her. Even so, you still feel uneasy not knowing where Teddy is. You remember Teddy standing beside you as you opened the wardrobe. It only took you about 10 seconds from turning the knob to retrieving what's inside, but in that brief moment, she vanished. How did she vanish? No, what really matters now is why she vanished. Could it have something to do with me opening the wardrobe door? But how is that even possible? Looking back at the terminal in your hand, it suddenly hits you. If the answer was this simple, the previous investigators would have definitely noticed it. Which means it's probably a trap. Clang. The door behind you left half open, suddenly slammed shut. That eerie sound is back. But this time, it isn't coming from the device in your hand. It's coming from that metal wardrobe. The wardrobe door, which was stuck tight a moment ago, now swings outward with a sharp creaking protest. A shadow shaped like an arm is slowly stretching out from within. The terminal lights up on its own in your hand, flickering more powder and shimmer on the screen as line after line of gibberish floods the interface. Or warning memory overflow T. Okay. Fault, undefined sequence. Crash report, panic overflow. Teddy? The wardrobe door is swinging open, and the terminal keeps spitting out drawable code. You glance at the wardrobe, then at the device in your hand, shifting your focus back and forth. Then you freeze in place. You're so absorbed in the wardrobe and the terminal that you only now realize there's something right behind you, inches away.
布偶熊，
A cold breeze grazes the back of your
在
neck.
这里哦！
A sudden voice echoes, making your heart lurch. You almost cry out as you leap back, arms raised in defense, ready for any surprise attack. But the sound that follows is a familiar burst of laughter. Damn. Bruh, really? Pink hair construct doubles over, clutching her stomach as she nearly sinks to the floor.
你刚刚差点就飞起来了。
Meanwhile, the wardrobe door opens smoothly and a familiar mechanoid emerges.
成功，成功，机长。
Oh, Kisuke. Oh. What's going on? With the startled you still staring in confusion, the construct doubles over in laughter and the mechanoid flies around in excitement. They lightly slap their palms together. Was this a
与音乐
trap?
和绘画
Set
相
up?
同，都市传说也是独特的艺术。所以，齐斯克要成为都市传说的艺术大师。废弃公寓就是我的作品。
Damn, okay.
呼，伟大的艺术大师，自由的都市传说创作家。
You give up on prying anything out of Kisuke, who's totally wrapped up in his own hype. Until you turn your gaze to Teddy, who's finally managed to stop laughing. Even though she's holding together now, the way her lips are curving tells you she's only a second away from cracking up again. Care to explain?
这是收费项目。
Come on, do it for me. You point at Kisuke, then indicate the apartment building underfoot. Is this his creation?
他们这群觉醒机械不知又中了什么病毒，当完画家、收藏家、乐队成员后，又想当什么都市传说艺术家。不过说是什么都市传说艺术家，直白点儿，就是故弄玄虚吓唬人的。像废弃公寓，他们先是对公寓进行改造，设计隐藏的通道与暗门，比如
Sorry to interrupt. Where did you hide when you suddenly disappeared?
最危险的地方就是最安全的地方。我一直躲在你身后。对于构造体来说，这并不是什么难事哦。
Seriously?
在设计完隐藏的通道与暗门后，他们便是在网络上散布类似捉迷藏的恐怖故事。等到有人来调查时，就在房间里制造响声。待人靠近后，立刻通过暗门躲进隐藏的通道中。其他区域的奇怪传闻都是类似的套路。真是羡慕他们一天到晚无所事事啊。
How did you know all this?
我用1杯樱桃味电解液的价钱聘请了一位助手，这些都是他调查出来后告诉我的，简直物超所值。真不清楚为什么有人会浪费。
That being said, you're still really curious. Babyloni has arranged multiple inspections, but they have never uncovered anything. How did you actually track them down?
之前的检查都是针对废弃公寓本身，齐斯克他们在这方面做得很好，没露出一点破绽。我不一样，我是从网络入手，尝试反向追踪废弃公寓的信息。 最早是从哪里流出的？原本只是随手试试，谁知道他们在这方面太过松懈，一下子就锁定了齐斯克的账号，然后找他一问。
Sounds like it was a breeze.
一点也不，灰鸭的指挥官。
Just like Kisuke, the one who keeps calling himself an urban and legend artist, runs over
我们是
suddenly.
艺术家，而废弃公寓是我们的艺术品。 所以，无论是现实还是网络上，我们都不会有半点松懈。关于网络上的信息，我们设置了很多道反追踪程序，只是这位构造体小姐将它们都给破解了。
你们有设置反追踪程序？抱歉，可能因为太简单，顺手就解开了。
就算我们在网络上的准备有待加强，但我们在现实中的防备也是无懈可击。 毕竟，就算是已经锁定齐斯克的你，也是花了1天时间才将我找到。
Wait, did you just say a full day?
是的，所以我愿意将真相告诉他。除了害怕被他植入病毒外，还有部分原因是被这份执着打动。
Damn, okay. From Teddy's laid-back tone, you assumed she locked Kisuke into Babylonia. Then landed immediately found out the truth, all in one smooth, effortless move. But it turns out after marking Kisuke, she actually spent the whole day searching for him, running through one of her rare, hard-won vacation days. Catching Teddy's scowl, a silent cut the monologue genius Kisuke bolts away from the scene. His retreat punctuated by a final, grandiose cry, behold the urban legend artist.
其实齐斯克他们倒也没什么恶意，他们原本只是想给假期增添些趣味，只是没想到，额外给某些运气不好的人增加了工作负担。
Damn. When it comes to luck, no one really knows how things will turn out.
相关情况我已经报上去了，大概傍晚的时候，空中花园已经给值班人员发了邮件。
Why didn't I get it?
我特别叮嘱他们把你给掠过去的，不然一切不都暴露了吗？
Bruh. Teddy. Thank you. Teddy blinks and mouths her welcome. She hums a cheerful tune as she pushes the window open, letting the sound of the waves fill the room.
这个地方离海边还挺近的，
She turns around, giving you a soft
要一
smile.
块儿去追追风吗？
Hey, let's go. You walk along the shore, your footprints forming two parallel trails on the sand behind. Teddy stretches contentedly in the ocean breeze, feeling utterly relaxed. Suddenly, half the distant sky lights up in a burst of color, painting dazzling scenes across the horizon.
烟火音乐会的落幕仪式吗？还挺盛大的。
Ooh, the music, okay. Teddy raises her head, looking up at the sky, the fireworks sparkle in her eyes, reflecting a rainbow of colors. Teddy?
嗯，
You were looking forward to the concert, weren't you? She turns to meet your eyes and nods with a warm smile.
不仅是音乐会，海景别墅、日落岩、海峡栈道，所有出现在攻略里的都是精挑细选出的，我都很期待。结果最后一个也没去成，一整天在康斯塔雷耶跑来跑去，就是为了调查那废弃公寓深夜异响。整件事都是因为你，所以我要狠狠吓你一跳，不然晚上我都休眠不好。
Bruh. Actually, I turned you down because I didn't want to ruin your
我
vacation.
知道，这也是让我最不愉快的地方。
Why?
我的假期有没有被耽误，应该是我说了算的。就像现在，虽然音乐会没去成，景点一个没玩到，甚至变相用了假期时间来工作，但我没说今天我不开心啊。不过，要是没吓到你，或者你反应太平淡的话，我应该还是会不开心的。
What is that?
还敢顶嘴？你知道这次你欠我多少吗？来，我给你算算总账。第一，你额外用了助手小姐工作范围外收集的资料，所以要额外付工资，而且要按涨价后。
But my assistant hasn't even sent me the concert video
第
yet.
二，你欠我一罐冰镇饮料。
I let you enter the building earlier. Didn't I already cover that?
第三，在你向我要解释的时候，我明确提到过。
Isn't that just the same as the first point?
总之，这三个要加在一起算。
She doesn't give you a second to argue. With her hands tucked behind her back, she strides closer in a heartbeat, closing the gap between you. Aw, this is cute art. I like it. This is cute art. In an instant, she's standing intimately close.
指挥官，欠了我这么多，那我让你答应我一件事情，不过分吧？
And what is that?
以后再遇上类似的事情，不许你再像今天这样，不许怕给我添麻烦。放心好了，真遇上我不想做的事情，我会义正言辞拒绝掉。反正就是我可以拒绝， 但你必须来找我帮忙。
Everything has to go your way, huh?
不好吗？这可是只对你的任性，别人想要都没有哦。
The pink-haired construct leans in, rising on her tippy toes to whisper in your
所
ear.
以，请更多的依赖我吧。
Then, as if she's gazing your reaction, she steps back again.
毕竟，我比你要聪明嘛。
I promise. The pink-haired construct walks across the waves toward the open sea. She turns around and moonlight blends with the shoreline's glow, lighting up her annoying yet endearing smile.
说好啦，不许反悔哦。
Annoying, perhaps. Endearing, definitely. Aw, that's cute. I like that. That was cute. But, yeah, great stuff, man. I like that. But, yeah, with that said, that's fun to see Teddy again, man. But, yeah, I think with that said, let's keep going with Luna. Moonlight shimmers on the ocean, sending ripples of silver dancing across the waves. The summer has long since slipped beneath the sea. The 17-year-old cicadas keep chanting through the night, determined to leave a trace of their existence in every echo. Alright. By the window, a young girl turns the pages of her book under the soft glow of the moon. At this moment, she senses something. Wearing a slightly dazed expression, the white-haired girl tilts her head and looks outside the window. A soft whisper forms on her lips, emerging between the moonlight and the sea before it disappears again.
为什么会来到这里呢？
Oh? A few days ago. She opens her eyes and finds herself in this unfamiliar room. Her mind feels jumbled, everything blank. There's something she can't quite remember. There are faint traces of someone living here, though not many. It looks like they only stayed for a short time, maybe just a day? A few books sit on the table, and they look oddly familiar. Fundamentals of Civil Engineering. Start from zero. Build your own home. Yes, you. You can have a garden. From beginner to master. A newcomer's guide to gardening. They seem old, not from heavy use, but as though they've been dug up after being buried for years. She picks up the book called Beginner to Master, Newcomer's Guide, and gives a quick once-over. On the first few dozen pages, she sees a bunch of notes. Some points are underlined, and there are small comments scribbled in the margins. The handwriting isn't fancy, but it's neat and organized, showing how seriously the writer took those notes. As she flips further through the pages, a slip of paper drops out. She stoops down and picks up the note. It seems to be a poem or maybe lyrics. When she reads it closely, flashes of images flicker in her mind. There's a sense of familiarity she can't pin down, but she knows it's something important. It's like trying to see flowers through thick fog, with only a vague melody drifting through her thoughts. She thinks to herself that she better sort out all the facts she has right now. Her memory is hazy, but she's sure these books are hers, and that no might be the key to regaining what she has lost. She glances out the window. The moon hangs there, lonely in the night sky, and she can see a beach and the ocean not too far away. Something inside her insists she stays put. She's waiting for someone who truly matters. Has she known all along that this would happen? If so, can the one she has been waiting for help her get her memories back? Oh damn, okay. I'm assuming it's us. You look at the message in the terminal and fall silent. The message only shows a set of coordinates, and the sender's name appears as random gibberish. However, the terminal does come with a basic reverse decryption tracking feature. Still, if anyone manages to bypass 34 Safeguard's lead design, it's almost certain that this tracking program won't be of much help. Something about this way of communicating reminds you of someone you know. You open the reverse decryption tracking program and lock onto the sender as the target. After a brief pause, the progress bar stalls at 30%. Then the program lags and crashes. It seems like there's no way to continue the trace. Since you can't do a reverse trace right now, you decide to check the coordinates instead. You enter the coordinates into the terminal, and the cursor hovers over a building by the sea. This spot? That haunted castle? You only heard rumors about this ancient castle not long ago.
是吸血鬼？不，人面蝙蝠可能性更大。
Damn.
有没有一种可能，其实是海妖？
You stop on your tracks at those bizarre words, and your sudden motion makes these mechanoids notice you.
你好，
What are you guys talking about?
是那个海边的古堡。最近那座古堡到了晚上就会有恐怖的歌声传来。我们在讨论里面会不会有什么怪物。 最近这段时间最好不要靠近那里，可能有危险。
Sure. Beneath the thick canopy of leaves, the distant castle remains clearly visible. You ultimately choose to come here in person to investigate. Your terminal is set to transmit your coordinates in 2 hours, and you have your weapon at the ready. Those ghostly rumors aren't exactly reliable, since the message includes coordinates. Perhaps you can see it as an invitation? And the way it's sent reminds you of someone in particular. Could it be you? A while has passed since the incident in the conservation area, and there's still no word from her. Meanwhile, the orchid in the lounge continues to thrive. Consciousness costing time and space seemed like pure fantasy under any circumstances, especially when it involved running into Luna from the future. Maybe it was an unspoken feeling that stirred within you. Instead of reporting it, you decided to stash that experience away like a personal secret. Following the nail trail by the oak, you reach a three-way fork, left to the shore, right into the deeper darkness. Okay. Under the full moon's glow, the way forward poses no real barrier. You stand on the middle path, and before long, you're standing right outside the castle. According to the mechanoids in the city, this castle has been here for decades since it was built. Abandoned for years, it shows no trace of modern technology. Quiet, ancient, and mysterious. That's the first impression the castle gives. Unlike the massive medieval fortresses built for war, the castle in front of you seems more like a wizard's lair straight out of a fantasy novel. You stand at the gates of this old stronghold, ready to push them open, when you notice a strange inscription on the ground. This is... Leaning in, you can just make out the faint letters scratched into the surface. Faded one, awaken the moon. Awaken the moon? It's almost as if a drama-loving god orchestrated the haunting legend's melody echo at exactly the right moment. Oh, okay, there we go, alright. The tune rides the night breezes from afar, allowing only brief snatches of it to be heard. That song. You focus on each lyric and note, feeling a surge of familiarity rise within you. Okay. The orchid from memories gently unfurls, as if awakening once more. Is that you, Luna? You push the grand doors wide and stride into the castle. You follow the faint broken melody through the castle's winding corridors, each step sharpening its tune and revealing its words. This voice, it's Luna without a doubt. And those lyrics prove it. This is indeed that song. Alright. You stand at the bottom of the stairs. Just above you is a small room on the top floor. The person inside seems to notice your footsteps, and the singing suddenly stops. As you make your way up the spiral staircase, you spot an open door coming into view. With each step, the door grows larger in your vision, until you can finally see what lies inside. The figure appears before your eyes, as expected. She sits by the window, casting her gaze upon you. Luna? Hey!
为什么会来到这里呢？
The girl looks out the
已
window.
经快要满月了。
She's been here for days, but that person still doesn't arrive.
明天就离开吧。
She feels weary of waiting. She looks down at the note in her hand and sings along to the familiar tune she remembers. Over the past few days, she keeps repeating the seemingly futile attempt again and again. Maybe it isn't completely pointless. After these attempts, she does recall a few things, but they only leave her more confused. Recovered fragments span a vast timeline, sometimes clashing. One moment she's torn from her sister in childhood, the next they're shopping together as adults. All these random memories jumble together in her mind, but she still can't recall her own name. Oh damn. She senses footsteps downstairs and quietly waits for whoever's coming. The footsteps grow steadily closer. Luna. The young girl looks at the human standing before her, with just one glance. The flutter in her heart tells her this is the person she has been waiting for.
你好，
Aww. Hello. Luna doesn't reply, she just tilts her head, gazing at you in silence. Luna? After feels like ages, she finally comes back to the moment.
抱歉，有些走神了。我想，现在的我或许和你口中的露娜不太一样。 简而言之，我的记忆出了问题。
Is this
你刚才叫我露娜，这是我的名字吗？
Everything feels so bizarre right now. You can't believe you've fallen into a run-of-the-mill amnesia storyline. Like a scene straight out of a primetime soap. For real. Yes, your name is Luna. You're my friend.
朋友啊，
You spot a few books on the table out of the corner of your eye. Are these books yours?
应该是吧。不过题材怪怪的，不知道为什么我之前会看这种书。
You move closer and check the titles. Now you think you know why Luna picks up books like these. Is this your childhood home?
我和姐姐一砖一瓦重建了这里，看了很多建筑方面的知识，一点点学习，一点点重建。
Oh, that's a beautiful coding. Can you tell me more about your memories? Alright, damn, alright. So you're saying that when you look at those lyrics, a few images come to mind?
是的，
According to Luna, following the melody helps recall fragments of her past. So that's why you're practicing singing here?
或许等我学会的时候，就能记起来全部事情了。不过我自己一个人凭借记忆，怕是很难学会。
The song was taught to you by the Luna you met when your consciousness traveled to the future. The one sending the message is likely Luna before she lost her memory, so does it mean you need to teach this song to Luna who doesn't remember anything? It seems the song really is the key to bringing her memories back. But Luna doesn't seem to care much about
不
it.
过学不会就算了吧。从这几天的经验来看，记忆自己也在慢慢梳理。3、5年后，应该就想起来所有记忆了。
Whenever you cross paths with the punishing virus, strange things always happen. Well then, how about I teach you the song? Aw. Aw, that's sweet. That was nice. That was nice. I like that. That's cute reunion, man. Umi. Alright, we're back. But yeah, let's keep going. Umi. Let's go!
请不要在梦间哭泣。
The girl's voice trails off softly. These past few nights, Noctis comes here to teach Luna how to sing, and today she finally has it down.
怎么样？好听吗？
Hey, nice. It's lovely. How are your memories? Are they coming back yet? Luna tilts her head, studying the person before her. She senses real joy in Noctis over her mastering the song, but there's a faint trace of unease lurking beneath it all. She pauses for a moment, then invites the human.
要去海边走走吗？
Hey. Sure. The two of you walk in silence under the night sky, leaving footprints of different depths in the sand, only for the waves to wash them away moments later. Even though it's already the height of summer, the night air still has a chill, so starting on the second night, you put on a hoodie. The atmosphere feels awkward. You think you should say something, but Luna's amnesia still troubles you. It seems like reality isn't anything like a soap opera after all. Mind is notoriously difficult to study. Even the Science Council can't claim to fully understand it. Jumbled thoughts race through your head until you suddenly realize that the girl beside you is speaking.
有在听吗？
Sorry, I was lost in thought just
你
now.
刚才在想什么？
I'm trying to figure out how to restore your memory. After all, singing doesn't seem to help much.
这样啊，也不能说没用吧。其实这几天还是记起来了很多事情。
She's a lot more lively than the Luna you know. You find yourself unaccustomed to it. What do you remember now?
都是一些碎片，最主要的记忆是一些日常生活。
Luna frowns slightly, bowing her head in thought as she speaks in a hushed tone.
我和姐姐一起，在一个很大的地方，好像很开心，还有很多同龄人。
That place is called a school.
原来我是女高中生啊！
You have memories like those?
是啊，一个美好的世界，跟这里不一样。应该说，跟很多记忆碎片里的都不一样。那边没有怕迷石，
So what's that world like?
那里还被称为黄金时代，人们可以做自己想做的事情，学习想学习的知识。和这边比起来，是一个梦魇。姐姐喜欢做饭，厨艺很高，经常让我尝她做的新菜。
Yeah, good at cooking? I highly doubt
我喜
that.
欢摄影，会拍摄很多照片发在网络上，以后可能会当一个摄影师。我们在网上开通了一个美食频道。总之，都是一些平凡的日子。
Ordinary.
话说回来，昨天我在那个城堡里发现了一个电影剧本。
Now that she mentions it, you indeed recall Mechanoids telling you the story about that castle. So what's it all about?
一位执掌海洋的女神第一次来到人间游历，爱上了一个人类的故事。对了，顺便一提，我身上这件衣服就是参考海洋女神的戏服做出来的。
So to show this is how she gets this outfit. I mean, so caught up in Luna's amnesia that you didn't even think to ask about it until now. But considering Luna's temperament, would she really go for the style? Feels a bit cliche.
是啊，女神爱上人类被视为禁忌，于是诅咒降临。海洋女神在城堡中陷入沉眠，直到人类老死的那一天才会醒来。而那个人类有两种选择。第一个，是抱着对女神的思念，等待生命结束的那一天，女神就会苏醒；第二个，是踏上解除诅咒的旅途，唤醒月亮，让净化诅咒的月光照耀在海面上。
The story. Did that human awaken the goddess? Luna doesn't respond immediately. She just smiles and turns the question back on you.
你觉得这个故事的结局应该是怎么样的？
Damn. I don't know. I think it'd be a success.
很理想的回答，听起来像是童话的结尾。 最后两人过上了美好快乐的生活。
So how does the story actually end?
就先卖个关子吧。
The evening tide laps at her feet, covering her footprints again as though it's erasing the final chapter of the story. Maybe it's the sand that bothers her. Luna does her shoe class, laughs as she flicks them into the air, and then dashes over to pick them up. Right now, she looks like she's just a bright, carefree girl. Staying in the distance, Luna waves, motioning for you to head her way.
帮我拿着鞋子吧。
Damn, alright. Why am I even doing this?
大概是因为我是女高中生吧，这是属于女高中生的特权。
Luna stands with her back to the sea, the moonlight and waves dancing behind her. Though it's night, the view seems blinding, perhaps due to her smile that shines so brightly under the moon's gentle glow. You take the shoes from Luna's hand. The Luna I used to know definitely wouldn't do something like this.
那和我讲一下你眼中的那个露娜吧。
She's confident and strong. She's got an unbreakable spirit. She's really not the easiest person to find out. When you picture Luna in the ancient stance, you hesitate before choosing words like confident and strong. Damn. You sit side by side on the beach, her shoes neatly lined up next to you.
这就是我们以前的故事啊。
Are you remembering anything?
抱歉，还是想不起来。
What do you plan to do
不
next?
清楚，先找到姐姐吧。虽然现在的姐姐可能和我印象里的不太一样。
She lifts her right hand and a bright red glow forms on her palm before fading away.
现在的我除了是女高中生，指不定还是魔法少女，也有可能第二天醒来之后，我就会变回原样吧。
Her smile is filled with pure innocence and a fearless sense of wonder. So this is what a high school girl is like? You're pretty impressive. No wonder you're a magical girl.
那你之后的打算呢？我记得你是想要帮我恢复记忆吧？
As you share your past experiences with Luna, you can't help hoping that once she hears it all, her memories will come back. Maybe letting things run their course isn't such a bad idea. If you can't bring things back to how they once were, you might as well start making new memories. The girl hears this, halts for a second, and feels a few memories stir. Then just as quickly, those memories fade back into the silence. Luna shakes her head, deciding not to overthink, and just keeps her gaze on you. She understands the weight behind those words and what they truly mean.
就这么放弃了？你不在意我们之前的记忆吗？
For the moment Luna first sees you, her heart flutters. She knows how important you are to her, and she knows exactly what that feeling is. Because of that, she stares intently at you in front of her, carefully listening to what you say next. It's not that I don't care. It's just that there's only so much anyone can do. Some things won't change just because you want them to. After all, life isn't some unreal comic. I'll figure out something later. If you really can't change anything, maybe you'll just have to accept it. At these words, you pause and smile gently. After all, there's still the future. I believe in us. And besides, didn't you say that in a few years you remember everything?
Well,
Luna steps closer to you, your cheeks almost touching. At this distance, you can feel each other's breath.
我想听你内心更深处的想法。
Damn. Alright. She notices how unsteady the breathing of Noctis is. In reality, she's been lying. She recalls far more than the human can possibly imagine. She understands now that the real issue isn't here, it's with that Luna. Of course, she knows exactly how she feels inside. Naturally, any teenage girl can relate to these shy, youthful emotions.
真是笨蛋啊，露娜，居然为这种事情烦恼。那就再帮你一次吧，要大胆去爱呀。
In the next moment, a human hand rests gently against her cheek, radiating warmth. You're so close, locked in each other's gaze. Some feelings can't be contained, even if you cover your mouth. They spill out through your eyes. She sees the flicker of panic in your eyes. She recognizes the person standing before her who shares the same emotion. So speak up, lay bare the selfish longing hidden deep inside. The very emotion people call love. Oh damn, okay. Even so, I still want to say something completely willful. You've heard all the lofty truth and so-called right things to say, but you're still just human. A kinder, more lively Luna is lovely, but the thing is, she isn't the Luna she used to be. She doesn't remember the past you shared. Luna. Come on, wake up. Damn, alright. These words are what you bind your destinies together. The butterfly sets the storm in motion. Sunlight melts away the ice and snow. Ripples shimmer across the lake, and the girl's memories come rushing back. Alright, okay. Luna clasps the hand against her cheek.
在那个故事的结局里，人类成功唤醒了月亮。女神确实遗忘了人类的记忆，但再次看见那个人类时，女神再度陷入爱河。
Damn, alright. No need for further words. It's obvious Luna's memory is back. Welcome back.
闭上眼睛吧，让我为你展示一个魔法。
Damn, okay, Ayo. Mr. Gatly Oblige. You gently close your eyes. Ooh, the comic, okay. Oh, this is beautiful. Luna takes Noctis' hand and heads straight for the ocean. As soon as she steps onto the water, the agent's fingers shift slightly. A wave of crimson spreads beneath the surface, creating a bridge hidden below sea level. One step, then another. The two walk across the sea. The agent who isn't who she used to be. She effortlessly manipulates the punishing virus, molding it into shapes that didn't affect the human before her. Aww. Luna occasionally looks back at Noctis, who keeps his eyes shut, completely trusting her. At some point, she realizes just how special this human is to her. Aww. Beneath the Infraheader Tower, she once said those words.
还有我手下的升格者，只信任灰鸦的指挥官。
Why did she say that back then? Was it truly just the most advantageous choice? With each step she takes, another vivid scene flickers through her mind. Aw. It's the future she once envisioned during her deep dive into the Ascension Network. For the colossal wave of machinery that darkens the sky. When the Crimson Tide devours the world. In the end of days, surrounded by desolation and storms. Oh, damn. Amid the ruins of a city entombed in ice and snow. Inside the gardens as it glimmers under the morning sun. Aww. That's cute. Every time Noctis is right there by her side. Aww. Ooh, hand-holding! Getting pregnant! 10 times, 20 times, hundreds of times. She can't recall how many simulations she has run. And one thing stays the same. The person standing next to her never changes. Dude. Never changes. Aw, man. The art for this comic is amazing, dude. Wow. That human stands firmly by her side always. Hey, let's go. Ooh, this song as well, man. She runs endless simulations, weighed down by confusion, hoping for clarity, only to uncover even more confusion.
为什么你要这么做？
What is this emotion in her heart? Hey. Confident, strong, and composed. Oh, this art is back again. Okay, let's go. These traits form the armor that the agent wears. But what lies beneath the armor? Fate plays a cruel joke on her. Neither allowing her the mercy of death, nor granting her the peace of life. She just keeps struggling over and over, staying on that thin line between life and death. Tormented by hatred. Dragged down by resentment. Deceived by lies. Shackled by expectations. There is no black or white, only the stifling weight of endless gray. The agent who soars toward the blood-red sky is simply just a child abandoned among the ruins. That forsaken child can only send out a silent cry, like a cicada's muted call to the world ravaged beyond repair. Damn, alright. Stumbling onward step by step, Luna now looks back on the child she used to be with. Quiet acceptance. Aw, this art is cute as well. I love that the child Luna is at her heart, man. Wow, I love that detail. She can now turn to that child and say, "You've come quite a long way." At this moment, she hopes for a future where the people she cares about stay safe. So she goes to see that future with her own eyes and to make it hers. So she taps into Ascension Network's power, running countless simulations again and again. It's just that the figure who's been beside her all along catches her off guard. She thought she wouldn't hesitate, but when those hands reach out so close, she still pauses for a heartbeat. She thinks to herself, does she still have the right to love? Her vulnerability is exposed, and the cost of her power follows immediately. A torrent of data and memories from endless simulations floods her mind, threatening to drown her sense of self. Damn. Just before everything spins out of control, she sends a message to the Grey Raven Commandant, pouring all the strength and preserving every bit of her, beauty and kindness. A girl nurtured by love, pure and flawless. The life she must have had. As she closes her eyes, a gentle phrase travels back through time and wraps her in a tender embrace. That memory is already hazy, her mother's soft bedside blessing.
希望我们的小露娜能永远被爱着。
Aw, wow, that's beautiful. Hey. The two pause, standing shoulder to shoulder between the broad ocean and the glowing full moon. A rush of thoughts floods Luna's mind as she gently lifts her hand. Aw. Countless crimson strands of the punishing virus gather above her head, drawn by her power, coalescing in the shape of a mistletoe. Okay. But it's
可以睁开
Christmas.
眼睛了。
Damn, alright. Luna looks at the person before her and suddenly remembers the question she asked herself by the window. Why am I here? Aw, this is cute. Oh, this is beautiful art as well.
当然，是因为你在这里。
She slowly extends her hand. And this time the human responds. Of course, my moon. Hey. Aw, that was a cute ending, man. I like that. That was cute. I like that. Aw. That was cute. That was cute. Alright, just gotta open up a window real quick. I'll be back in a sec. Oh yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Got caught up in a little bit of something, but yeah, I'm back. But yeah, with that said, let's keep going. Let's continue this story and finally finish it off with Han Ying. With Han Ying. So yeah, let's go. Silhouette of Pisces. All right. A slight chill rides on the sea breeze, carrying the unique salty scent of the ocean. On a sweltering summer day, it's usually the perfect relief, if not for the unsettling rumor making the
如
rounds.
果遇到了会突然变阴森的寒冷海风，那一定要万分小心。突然变凉的
Bruh,
海风，
Pulao.
正是海妖从沉睡中醒来的信号，这代表他即将从海洋深处觉醒，去岸上将遇到的每一个生物都残忍吞噬掉。
Of course, Pulao says this. Did you say a few minutes ago that she turned the vengeful spirits into puppets? Instead of just, eating them?
这不是重点，重点是，如果不把海妖抓住的话，大家就会因为传闻害怕到不敢出门，之后的篝火晚会也没法顺利举办了。
Right after saying that, Pulao makes a show of wiping tears that don't actually exist, trying to look as pitiful as possible. You realize you shouldn't have let your curiosity get the best of you by listening on Pulao's story. Now that eerie siren rumor has already morphed into its 5th version. You try to remember what the version before it last said. Something about a water ghost ripping out people's hearts, or maybe it was their eyes. It's all starting to blur together.
指挥官，拜托拜托，只要查清楚这件事，能让大家放心就好。
I can't really say no, can I? Alright then, just make sure I get an extra drink at the party. Damn. Accept Pulao's request and head to the rumored siren haunt at midnight when the area is deserted. Locals say the creature follows moonlight ashore before unleashing a killing spree. I never put much stock in those rumors until now. The beach is deserted, and the only sound is wind howling off the sea. Your footsteps may be light, but they still send a chill down your spine. Suddenly, the breeze turns ice cold, and you hear unsettling noises come from the water. The air grows more and more sinister. You hope this is all in your imagination. I'm sure I'm not unlucky. I'm that unlucky. I mean, there's no way I just bump into some weird creature here, right? But the moment that thought crosses your mind, the shallows in the distance seem to pick up on your doubt and respond right on cue. Something stirs beneath the surface, and as you approach, you pick up a faint sound, listen closely, and you hear a distant, unfamiliar tune. For some reason, the strangest version of all Pulao ever told you suddenly comes to mind. People say a siren's hunt progresses step by step. They start by luring humans in with their bewitching song. Once their prey is lured to the surface and loses all reason, the sirens strike. Biting through their victim's neck, they then drag their broken body below the waves, perform a dark ritual dance, and devour their remains. Damn. That faint melody you heard just now really does resemble some kind of ancient ceremonial music. You instinctively reach into your storage bag, rummaging around in a predicament like this. You need to be ready with something, anything to defend yourself. But the shape you feel is all wrong. The second you bring out the weapon, your worst fears are confirmed. No handgun or anything of the sort, just a massive conch shell, gleaming in the moonlight. While chatting with Pulao, you set your storage pouch aside and it ended up mixed with her belongings. It's lucky she accidentally took it when leaving in a rush. A single conch won't cut it against the siren, so your only option is to get out of there. You're not sure if the creature senses your departure or if it's simply surfacing by chance, but behind you, it always suggests something is about to break with the water's surface. The chilling sea breeze blows once more, sending a shiver straight through your bones. You don't have a second to wonder why the siren behind suddenly speaks. Your instincts kick in, you bolt forward. But you barely take 2 steps before a rock hidden under the sand trips you, and you're about to slam face first into the ground.
小心！
Oh damn, alright. A hand grabs you just in time, keeping you from hitting the ground. The familiar voice and your instincts help you lower your guard, letting the panic slip away. You turn around and instead of some fearsome siren, you see a familiar face brimming with concern. The place is so unnervingly quiet that every slight rustle or shuffle rings out with crystal clarity. She might not realize it, but her voice quivers a little when she calls out. Even though you're only on a soft, shallow shore, where a slip wouldn't lead to a serious injury, it wouldn't stop the person behind that voice from worrying on pure instinct. Moonlight spills across the shoreline, bright and clear. Through the sea and star-filled sky are behind your back, offering no reflection. You suddenly feel every shimmering light converge in those eyes that lock with yours. vibrant, flickering like dancing shadows.
指挥官，怎么样？还好吗？有没有哪
Ah,
里受
Han
伤？
Ying! Aw, this is beautiful art, man. Sprite art. It turns out to be Han Ying. Her voice is full of concern, and the hand resting on you grips just a little too tightly. After a few tense actions, Han Ying realizes how stiff she is and slowly loosens her grip. Her face is marked by both embarrassment and urgency.
抱歉，刚刚情况紧急，是我太心急了，有所冒犯。
You were just worried about me, right? It's okay, I'm not hurt. Her words lighten some of the embarrassment and guilt on Han Ying's face, though a faint blush still lingers, keeping her looking shy. You look up at Han Ying and realize she's wearing a new outfit, pure and elegant in every way. Fresh from the ocean, her water-friendly attire holds a few droplets. Then they fall into the sea's surface with a clear, ethereal echo. Like a lotus blooming in midnight, quietly unfolding in a tranquil, deserted place.
指挥官怎么这么晚还会过来这里？
Sensing the awkward mood in the air, Han Ying speaks up to break the tension. If I tell you I'm just out for a stroll, will you believe me? Well, you can ask people out later. I'm basically investigating
是什
something.
么很严重的事件吗？紧急到这么晚还需要处理？
This situation is rather peculiar. Some people say it only happens at a specific time. Now I realize it's all just a big misunderstanding. You shared those terrifying siren rumors with Han Ying, but it turns out she's never heard them before.
原来是这样。其实那些应该都是我在晚上练习新舞蹈的时候被看见了，因为天色太黑看不清模样，所以就被误解了吧。 不过没想到，原来指挥官也会相信海妖的传说吗？
Because I heard this really strange melody. I usually wouldn't, but anyone probably let their mind wander in an atmosphere like this.
奇怪，
Something like the god of, or something along those lines. It sounds like a chant from an ancient ritual.
是思水之神，名曰福妃吗？应该是我练习舞蹈的时候播放的配乐。
That must be it. Is it a special tune from Kowloon? Han Ying laughs softly and patiently begins her explanation.
是一首由传说改编的歌曲，和九龙记载中一位名作洛神的神明有关。天若惊鸿，宛若游龙，这是一位名叫曹植的诗人写下的句子。在记载中，曹植作为王侯遭受贬黜，失意之时，在洛水河畔与洛神相逢。 一眼惊鸿，如故相识，却因人神殊途无法相守。后人惊叹于这则故事，还以此为灵感创作了《洛神之舞》。
It all sounds so fascinating. If there's ever a chance, I really want to see what it looks like
指
firsthand.
挥官和悠悠当时的反应一样呢。他听完也说，希望能亲眼看到这支传说中的舞蹈。不过， 因为文字记载过于碎片化和抽象化，只有少部分的舞蹈动作可以直接挪用，大多数内容还需要舞者重新设计。
I think I kind of get it, at least a little bit. It sounds a bit complicated. So specifically, what do you mean?
没关系，我举例解释一下，指挥官肯定很快就能明白了。
Han Ying smiles softly and moves to stand where the moonlight is brightest.
就像记载中对其中一个部分的描述是：足往神流，移情想象，故忘怀愁。但能表示回首怀念的舞蹈动作有很多，比如这样。
Han Ying goes up on her toes and takes 2 steps forward. Raising her arms gracefully, she only turns her cheek halfway, her expression tinged with sorrow.
又或者，
She lowers her arms and then lifts them again, spinning in place several times. Finally, she drops her gaze before shooting a glance upward.
虽然这样做给舞者留出了足够的创作空间，但也导致后世对洛神之舞的呈现产生了许多不同的解读，而直到现在，也没有出现一个最统一的版本。
I see. So you're here to practice that dance of Goddess Luo you created yourself, right? Han Ying smiles and nods, then as if remembering something important, a flicker of uncertainty crosses her face.
指挥官，调查海妖传说的事，是悠悠拜托你的吗？为了篝火晚会。
You know she really cares about this event.
是吗？时间果然还是来不及了。
Hearing Han Ying self-remembers, you sense she's weighted down by something, considering she's still practicing so late into the night. Are you thinking about performing the dance of Goddess Luo at the party?
这件事我并没有告诉悠悠，就是想在她最期待的晚会上给她一个惊喜。
I see. In that case, I don't think you need to worry. You look like you're pretty much ready, right?
大概只能算是做完了设计这一步吧。我总会觉得这支舞蹈还不够完美。
Are you being too hard on yourself, Han Ying? It's okay. Is it okay to check it out first? They say it's hard to see the big picture when you're the one in the thick of it. Maybe I can give you a fresh spark of inspiration.
对象是指挥官的话，当然可以。
Hey. Han Ying glides across the shallow water. Her dance movement is ethereal and radiant, even in its partial routine. You've witnessed her dance before, yet this time there's a noticeable change. Her movements seem different, as if something is indeed missing. It's like listening to a piece of music and not knowing whether it's meant to be sad or joyful, or reading a poem without being sure if the writer intends to praise or protest. Han Ying finishes her dance, and you tell her what's on your mind. She doesn't look surprised at all. Relax, not really not that big of a deal. It's just that your performance seems a bit off compared to before. Han Ying shakes her head, looking earnest and
不，
composed.
指挥官，你的感受确实是问题的关键所在。我一直会觉得对这次的舞蹈设计不满意，就是因为我发
And what's that most important part?
舞蹈的动机和情感。尽管已经了解所有与此相关的记载，也使用了我能想到最合适的动作去改进，但我依旧觉得这还不是理想的洛神之舞。对于洛神赋的解释众说纷纭，有人认为那是曹植与洛神的互相爱慕，也有人认为洛神只是作者理想的化身，是他人生诗意的美化。舞者对情感动机的理解是整个过程的决定性因素。为钟情之人而舞，为理想信仰而舞。我无法理解洛神的情感，就不能创作出真正富有灵魂的洛神之舞。加上篝火晚会已经快要到举办的日期，我已经没有多余的时间慢慢思考了。
Is there anything I can do to help?
虽然很感谢，但很遗憾，这些恐怕都无济于事。情感是人类的天赋，却不被机械体所拥有。我曾想过，是否因为自己机械体的身份，所以才无法真正与洛神共鸣。我应该会让悠悠很失望吧，没有办法让她看到期待已久的舞蹈，甚至昨晚练习的时候，还把她送给我的手链弄丢了，直到现在都没有找到。这就是所谓的顾此失彼吧。
The sea breeze remains unchanged, but as it brushes the reefs and emits a strange, mournful cry that deepens the loneliness. A hushed moan drifts from the beach to the sea. After a few steps, it fades away completely, and the end of the path is nowhere to be seen. If you can't find a way forward right now, maybe focus on something else first? Like a bracelet.
我都仔细找过了，还是没有发现手链。可能是在水中练习的时候，被洋流冲到了更远的地方吧。
How about you make a new bracelet instead?
新的手链。
You can send it back as a token of apology or just keep it for yourself. Just do your best to fix things within your power. It's better than doing nothing at all. This seems the best solution right now, so Han Ying quickly accepts the suggestion. It happens to be low tide now, so the two of you can walk along the beach, gathering fresh shells to make the bracelet. Hey. It's surprising how many different types of shells there are. Hey, check this one out. I don't think we ever come across anything like it before. With no answer, you turn. Han Ying stands there, brow furrowed, and only comes to her senses upon noticing you have stopped.
抱歉，刚刚是在叫我吗？有什么需要我帮助的吗？
Han Ying feels guilty about how she's behaving. You're genuinely trying to help, but she's so caught up in her own trouble that she ends up neglecting the person who matters most. Seeing Han Ying's unease, you pick up the seashell from the sand and return to her side. I just think it's interesting and want to share it with you, that's all. You still look worried, are you alright?
我
Han Ying can't quite explain it, but she finds it hard to hide her true feelings around you. She never wants to burden anyone or make them worry, yet somehow she fails to uphold her own principles. When she's with you, she feels vulnerable and can't keep her worries buried like she always does.
我只是有点担心，这样做真的可行吗？就算补上赔礼，也是和之前完全不同的一条手链。失去的东西，已经再也回不来了。把这样的东西还给悠悠，真的没有问题吗？
Well, it definitely isn't the same. But at least you can try and fix things a bit, right? You once told me about a poem. The moon dims and shines, just as hearts know sorrow and joy. We can't escape a few regrets in our life. Now that the past is behind us, we do everything we can to make things right moving forward. See, it isn't a full moon tonight, but the sky is still breathtaking. As you speak, both of you gaze at the radiant moon hanging in the night sky. Sometimes the little imperfection seems to be exactly what fate intends. Pure white light falls like a soft veil that cleanses the soul with a sacred ritual. Han Ying reaches out to touch the moonlight, and her heart settles into quiet calm.
不知道为什么，感觉只要和指挥官待在一起。
As long as I can help you, that's all that matters. Aww. I wasn't really thinking much just now. I just wanted to do something that cheers you up. You shift your gaze away from the moon overhead and lock eyes with Han Ying instead. There's one thing I'm sure of, it's that I trust you completely. If you show your sincerest intentions, your kindness will surely be returned. You finish speaking, placing the freshly picked shell in Han Ying's hand, and then move on to collect more shells. Han Ying looks at the shell in her palm, gently closing her fingers around it. A faint warmth from the human contact still clings to its surface. Not exactly hot, but enticing enough to make her crave more of it. Aww. When she hears your words, a sudden inexplicable surge of delight washes over her. She never imagined that being noticed could feel so uniquely gratifying. Even now, she isn't sure if this is the best solution, but she feels a newfound sense of security and courage in her heart. She leaves the bracelet issue as is for now. Later, she plans on properly apologize to Yo-Yo, so now she does her best to make up for it, but there's still something weighing on her mind. Han Ying thinks about the unfinished dance. A buried disappointment surges within her again. What does she dance for, after all? She cares so deeply that she worries about every gain and loss, unable to decode the ancient legend's answer. Han Ying fears a worried one wronggoing would strip away meaning and render her efforts futile. If she never finds her motivation to dance, then what? Will everyone be disappointed? The silent sea breeze is the only reply. No one else can make that choice for her. Han Ying alone must discover the answer to that question. Hey, nice. Alright, cool. Alright, okay. Damn, alright. That's all about dancing, okay. Interesting. But yeah, can't wait to finish this off. And this is probably the last node for today, which is called Cloudless Sky. Let's go! But no matter what happens, she should focus on the task of making the bracelet first. After you collect all the shells needed, you sit down by the shore, waiting for Han Ying to finish making the bracelet. Doesn't take long before she completes the rest.
谢谢你，指挥官。其实这种事我应该自己完成的，还要麻烦你帮忙。
It's no trouble. I actually want to spend more time with you anyway. You seem a bit too anxious, so I don't feel right leaving you alone.
惶恐。
I can tell you're scared of something. The commander is right. Whether it's the dance of goddess Lua or the bracelet, she's honestly terrified. Terrified she'll let people down. It's like if she doesn't live up to those expectations, she'll be cast aside again. Is she relying too much on the commander? Is her vulnerability going to be a burden? If this goes on, she will end up trapped in the endless cycle of indecision all over again. The emotion and motivation for her dance, that motivation. She tries to find a quick answer that satisfies her, but the more she rushes, the more it backfires. Hey, damn. Now that the bracelet is finished, how about we take a walk and feel that sea breeze? You notice Han-Ying is still feeling low and suggest the idea, hoping to distract her from her worries.
可以吗？感觉我占用指挥官很多时间了，已经很晚了。指挥官觉得疲惫的话，还是回去休息比较好。
Even though that's not really what she wants, her concern for her health prompts her to confirm. Not at all. Being with you helps me unwind. It's like a break for me. Actually, I've been meaning to take you out for a breather. I'm just making it happen now. Don't stress over it. Just treat it like you're keeping me company. Han-Ying realizes this unspoken kindness is a quiet show of concern. Feeling grateful, she stops refusing and accepts without hesitation. You continue along the route you took earlier. The footprints you left on the shore are still there, untouched by the tide. Even though the sights along the way remain unchanged, you're so caught up in picking up shells that you barely stop to admire the scenery around. Oh, wow, this art. Notice the stain in the water blending with the skies. The lonely wheel-like moon shines brilliant far and wide. The single verse is all that comes to Han-Ying's mind when she looks out at the sea and sees the moon's reflection seemingly emerge into the waves. Though the poem enchants, it can't mask the moon's lonely glow. That's the chill at the summit. No matter how high you rise, you stand alone. But things are different for her now. Han-Ying instinctively turns to gaze at you. On this long night, someone is willing to stay with her, taking in the pale moonlight and the serene breeze together. Aw, that's cute. I can't shake the feeling that something's missing. You pause for a moment, then pull out your terminal and start playing a soft, airy tune. Great, it goes perfectly with the view. This feels just right. You walk in step with the music, feeling your pace slow and relaxed. As you stroll along and chat about casual things, Han-Ying seems to forget her troubles, at least for a little while. Time slips by until Han-Ying suggests a quick break. The two of you sit on the beach, facing the sea, still talking as you watch the distant waves. Aw, hey, let's go. The music reaches a line about stars and the moon. Together, you look up in the night sky. The weather is especially clear, revealing a blanket of twinkling stars at a glance.
繁星落入水镜，与月色交织成羽衣。
Han-Ying quietly speaks the lyrics. Her eyes on the distant stars. Memories float onto the surface, but instead of sorrow, they only bring a gentle calm to her heart. Aw, this is beautiful art, again. I'm assuming this is from her chapter as well. The past floats away like smoke. She still honors the soul she has lost, but she refuses to sink into sorrow. Every scene carries emotion. The person by her side, this very setting, all of it points her toward a hopeful future.
今晚的夜色和星空都很美。
It's not just a compliment to the night's beauty. It also reflects the calm that she feels from being with the one beside her. Hey. So Han-Ying, you're planning to perform the dance of the Luo goddess underwater? Han-Ying nods.
因为我想要尽可能贴近传说的内容。
I see. It's just a bit of a shame. The view right now seems pretty fitting. Dancing on the sea surface under a starry sky and moonlight has its own charm, don't you think? Hearing this, Hanying gives you a poised smile.
既然这样，那我就现在试试吧。这是只有指挥官才能观赏的独家演出。
Hey, aw. With those words, Hanying stands and steps forward. The water barely reaches her ankles, reflecting her image like a perfect mirror beneath her feet. Is it because the music sparks a hidden flame in her heart? She feels her body soar like a bird, free and weightless. Aw, alright. Oh, this art. Everything before her becomes her stage. Moonlight pours across the dark curtain of night, and the water's shimmer and glow reflects on her, transforming into her dance attire. She moves like an ethereal silhouette, each step creating a gentle ripple. The music continues, and Hanying stays immersed in the joy of her dance. Even with only one person watching, she gives it her all. Every movement comes from pure instinct, with no conscious need to plan or choreograph. Before she knows it, she has completed the entire dance. Hey, let's go. As the music fades away, Hanying stops, letting the quiet envelop her, and turns to face her lone spectator. It's as if a goddess glances back, claiming vast seas and soaring mountains with a single look. Then a burst of clear pause rings out. The momentary spell of immersion vanishes, and a sudden rush of nerves takes hold of Hanying. She worries that a recent burst of excitement might have made her lose her composure. Aww.
指挥官，会觉得这样的我很奇怪吗？
She hesitates, finally voicing her concern. Even though the scenery and music fill her with emotion, she doesn't want to come across as rude. Did the commandant enjoy her dance? Somehow that's only thought lingering in her mind. Of course not. I think it's wonderful just the way it is. It makes me happy to see you follow your heart. Hearing those words, Hanying brightens up, slipping right back into her earlier carefree mood. She steps toward the beach, and you two keep walking along the shore. Still, it's a bit of a shame that I was the only one who got to see that dance. I wish I could record that performance so everyone can appreciate it. Hanying smiles softly, as though it's nothing to regret.
只要刚才的舞蹈能成为你的记忆，就足够了。
She carries a hidden longing as she never voices. Under the moonlight, no other scene catches her eye. Aww. The commandant's approval alone gives her all the affirmation she needs. Thinking about this, Hanying wonders if what she's been looking for all this time. She has a clearer idea now, but she still can't be
指
certain.
挥官，你觉得刚才那支舞，我做出了正确的解读和表现吗？
If I'm being honest, I don't think there is such a thing as the right way. As they say in Kowloon, the benevolent see benevolence, the wise see wisdom. Everyone views things differently, so there isn't just one correct answer. As long as you interpret it in a way that makes sense to you, that's already perfect. You already know the answer in your heart, don't you? Just trust your choice. These words stir something in Hanying. She thinks back to how she felt just a moment ago, that sudden urge to dance for someone special. As soon as those words are said, a gust of sea breeze whips up, tossing her hair and momentarily blurring her vision. When that ethereal, almost chant-like wind settles and her sight clears, she finds she has somehow ended up on the other side of the beach. Oh? Oh damn, alright. This is where Pulau plans to host a bonfire party. To see how long the fuel lasts, she keeps the fire going even after everyone left, and it's still burning now. The two of you step up to the bonfire. That's great, I'll bet it'll be blast once the party's in full swing. Speaking of which, I think it's time to bring this out. A seashell bracelet appears before Hanying, looking noticeably different from the one she just finished. There isn't any intricate weaving or fancy pattern, just a simple string of shells, clearly put together in a rush. I cut a few shells and made this bracelet. Now that we can see things more clearly with the fire, I decided to give it to you. Considering it's a substitute for the lost bracelet, I let it fill the gaps and stay by your side. Although your thoughtfulness and concern for others is one of your finest qualities, I still hope you get the chance to feel what it's like when someone else takes care of you. Flames blaze before her, and behind her, the moon moves into place. Its glow inches closer until a bright beam bathes the spot in silver. Aww. This is cute, man. I love it. This is cute, man. I love it. Hanying can't see the bracelet's reflection in her own how the bracelet's reflection appears in her own eyes, but she knows it must be a view unlike any other. Hey, nice. The flames flicker, shifting into a dazzling glow, sometimes bursting into fireworks against the night sky. Suddenly, it's like stepping into an old Kowloon poem about a bygone lantern festival, a gentle nostalgia stirring as you look back. Under the fading lights, that special one is already here, right before your eyes, in her heart, and by her side. Right now, a seabird lands on the shore. The person before her carefully approaches and, once sure the bird is not startled, reaches out and gently pets it. One person and one bird linger together in the calm of the night, sharing a gentle, carefree sense of joy that settles over the darkness. The person eagerly shares each view and every bit of fun, and Hanying takes it all in. Still, her heart holds only that one smile. You stand on the bridge, gazing at the scenery, while someone else on the bridge gazes at you. Tonight, these verses Hanying had once read kept drifting through her mind, and she thinks it must be a stirring of emotions, resonance from within. Is this what counts as progress? A new step towards understanding emotion as Hanying takes in the scenery before her. She feels she's begun to understand a small part of Goddess Luo's emotions. She remembers asking the commander earlier about going back to rest. Even though her logical side warns her not to act on impulse, she can still hear a voice deep inside calling her out. It's not enough. Tonight's time together feels too short. It's as though she has forgotten how time slipped away, caught up in the joy of unwilling to let it end. She wonders if the night can stretch on forever, so dawn never arrives. Only now does she realize just how greedy she has become. Is this what people mean by attachment? The subconscious dependence may be seen as one's weakness, but she can't deny how badly she wants it. She craves deeper bonds, a companionship that truly lasts. Even someone like her isn't immune to this greedy longing. Aww. Wasn't it the same for Goddess Luo? Did her brief encounter by the Luo River stir such longing that she performed the dance of Goddess Luo? Hey, Hanying tries to use this idea to form an answer, but it still doesn't feel quite right. Hanying, what's going on? Is there anything wrong? Hanying snaps back to the present, realizing she's been so absorbed in her own thoughts that she hasn't responded to the person right in front of her.
抱歉，我刚刚太过投入了。我没事，只是对于洛神之舞，我可能已经有了一些自己的想法。
That's reassuring. After all, you're the one bringing this dance to life. So I believe that as long as you follow your own vision, that alone will be enough to shape the soul of the dance.
洛神之舞的。
The lively seabird looks her way, perhaps drawn by the glimmer of the bracelet Hanying crafted. It swoops in and lands right in front of her. Hanying kneels down, softly running her hand over its feathers. She recalls the earlier topic, and a thoughtful look settles on her face.
指挥官，你觉得机械体也可以呈现出富有情感表达的舞蹈吗？机械体能展现出人类和动物的有别于材质的灵动吗？
Aww. Like the emotions already mentioned, the word soul comes across as an unattainable luxury to Hanying. The person before her, the seabird she touches so gently, and every living creature she has seen on the ocean, each one harbors a soul that is uniquely their own. Hey. It's something that she lost before she even had the chance to embrace it. Can a mechanoid ever have a soul? She hasn't examined the question in depth. While mechanoids are inherently capable of calculation and imitation, they lack the gift of true perception and empathy. There are plenty of things in this world that you simply can't achieve by copying someone else. Maybe the fear and confusion she felt earlier are actually a subconscious kind of self-denial, something Hanying has never even noticed herself. Deep down, she believes she can't truly grasp what emotion means. Well, I'm only human, so I can't answer that for you. But if it's you, Hanying, I say you definitely can. I may not grasp everything, but the Hanying I know surely can sense the buried emotions. Oh man, this chapter as well, bro. From this artist dude. You show compassion for living beings and empathize with their every joy, anger, and sorrow. That's the gentle heart you have, indistinguishable from a human's. Can a mechanoid truly share the same perception and insight as a human? It's an unanswered question that might remain unsolved. There. how to define emotion in the first place. Humans can't pin it down, and machines can't measure it. If she imitates human actions, does she truly grasp emotion? She cries and laughs like they do, but is that really all it takes? Right now, she finally realizes that the answer to this question is not all that important to her after all. All she wants is for someone to notice her smiles and tears, to see them completely and hold them in her heart. Emotion only becomes real when there's genuine two-way feedback. Learning to love beings begins with awareness that you are loved. As mentioned before, Han Ying has been so afraid of losing what she has that she begins to lose herself along the way. Hey, nice. She scours that elusive legend for any sign of the bygone era, hoping to reclaim its lost glory. But the noise around her is overwhelming, and she begins to lose sight of who she really is. She's used to defining her whole existence by holding a specific value. When that value can't be achieved, she instinctively worries that she no longer has any reason to stay. For the moment she comes into being, she follows strict function-oriented principles and unbending logic she can't easily escape. It's both her comfortable habit and her binding shackle. If it can't fulfill expectations, I'll be discarded. The sphere drives her unease. Damn, alright. Then someone tells her that she doesn't need a useful purpose to justify herself. Her mere existence is all the proof she needs for others to stand by her side. Just like in the legend from 1,000 years ago, a passing nobleman gave the lost goddess Luo a mesmerizing encounter. This time too, someone reaches out to take Han Ying's hand, leading her away from that swirling current. At its core, creation is about understanding and expression. Every version of the dance is really just the goddess Luo people want to believe in. Hopeless romantics see a love story, while the ambitious see their grand ideal. The dance is like a mirror in which each observer sees a unique reflection. Each person who looks upon goddess Luo only sees the version of themselves they can imagine. As for Han Ying, what does she see when she peers into the water's reflection?
我想，我已经找到了
Damn, alright.
属于自己的起舞动机与情感。在他人的眼中，草植于洛神而言，可能是倾心之人，可能是人生知己，但对我而言，那是他的心声。
Damn, alright. Yo, this art. For sure became a radiant deity, Goddess Luo also sank into the mire of despair. She died unjustly and endured captivity and trudged through the path strewn with mud and thorns. By the time her flesh was torn and bloody, she finally reached the moment of divine worship. What didn't matter to be revered as a goddess, in all the years since her confinement, she still had never once stepped beyond these boundaries, until the day that person appeared. Maybe this encounter was just too short, its breathtaking spark gone in a heartbeat. He didn't know her past and couldn't share the future with her, but at least she got to be someone's most important person, even if it was only this once. The encounter between Chao Si and Goddess Luo, that was the world he showed her. His presence in the poem he left behind led her to rediscover her own purpose. That is an emotion Han Ying knows all too well, something that evokes a vague sense of deja vu. She offers her own response to the dance, revealing the emotion she associates with Goddess Luo. No need to overthink it, perhaps it's the simplest thing in the world. Damn, alright. She understands the goddess's intention because it resonates with her own feelings. All because she meets someone, she wants to dance for that person, never worrying about where this journey will lead. She only wants that one person to witness her dance, nothing more.
谢谢你，指挥官。
Damn, alright.
之后我不会再迷茫了。有你陪在身边，我就足够去理解所有的感性与情感。
By the banks of the Luo River, Goddess Luo found her own rebirth. At this very moment, on this shore, Han Ying too encounters the hope she's been yearning for. She has found the person she wants to dance for. As this realization dawns on her, Han Ying loosens her hair and looks towards the nearby moonlight, her signal to wade into the water and begin her performance.
我已经想好如何诠释洛神之舞了。
Hey, alright, let's
指挥
go.
官，我可以邀请你作为这支舞蹈的第一位见证者吗？
Of course, do you need me to do anything?
洛神之舞需要在水中表演，观众不能亲自进入水下观看。不过，我已经把可以投影画面的仪器安置在了海底。指挥，但确实有一个部分，算是一种仪式感吧。我想要拜托指挥官协助我完成。これは私のわがままです。
Aw, hey, nice. In that ancient tale, Chao Si held the water as his mirror, trying to see his own reflection. Then all at once, Goddess Luo emerged from the surface. The brief contact, a single glance, left him spellbound. Han Ying plans to recreate that legendary moment exactly, as she finds her emergence from the water. She wants you to come closer and watch at that water's edge. Han Ying sees the transition from beneath the water's surface to the shore as the dawn of Goddess Luo's rebirth. She wants you to see with your own eyes the exact moment she completes her transformation in this dance. Moments ago, the shell bracelet was given to her, and now it rests on Han Ying's wrist. With every step, chimes mingle with the sea breeze, echoing like a graceful poem from ancient legends. The terminal starts playing the accompanying music for the dance, its lyrics adapted from Ode to Goddess Luo. Ooh, this music. Okay, the piano. Word by word, the tale gently unfolds. Ooh, okay. Ooh, comic time. Alright. It's the third year of Hangzhou. I return to Luo's river shore, where rocky banks unveil a beauty I cannot ignore. Swift as a startled swan, she glides away from my sight. I reach for the far shore, but it fades into the night. Hey, alright, nice. Oh, this comic is beautiful as well. The water goddess is Fufei, and its nearby marshland snare. Luo's depths pull her downward, as though no mortal care. Alright. The abyss yawns around her, a vast uncharted sea. Oh, wait. I think this is the song Stellaria, maybe. I don't know. Actually, no. It's like one of the... It's like the A-rank Han Ying's patch theme. Uncharted sea. Alone, even a goddess stands, with no soul to set her free. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. Oh, man. Just the poses and everything. A quiet voice awakens, soft as a dream's secret art. A withered tree finds spring, while parted clouds let moonlight start. A crimson river tumbles down, a fleeting lull from strife. Damn, alright. Yet a midnight's radiant spark, the yellow millet dream slips from life. Travelers scatter quickly once the final music plays. Nightmares twist into illusions, merging into haunted arrays. Oh, and the bubbles are old Han Ying, it looks like? Dawn once glimmered softly, now deep gloom sets its stage. Bro, Han Ying is just so beautiful, man. Life forms in ebbs and moments, where love and hate both rage. I reclaim what was lost in every greeting and adieu, a silent wish in each goodbye for what I hope is true. Hey, nice. Oh shit, yo. Oh crap, that ain't good. Mountains cradle tender shots and lotus flowers sway. Oh damn, she's losing it. Hope she gets it back. Hey, nice. The guiding light within my heart keeps the darkness at bay. The one I yearn for lingers by the water's gentle edge. Hey. A galaxy in her gaze, revealed with every pledge. Oh wow, this is beautiful. We journey upstream hand in hand, unafraid of the cold. Frost lingers until dawn breaks our story yet untold. I set my heart adrift upon this endless longing tide. Dawn so fiercely to the far shore, all else is cast aside. Hey, ooh, our hand, let's go. I chase the wind and moon, no barrier in my way to see you. Oh, this is beautiful art. Gravesoul is a startled swan, elegant as a wandering dragon. The song reaches its final verse, its echo resonating deep in the heart. Moonlight dances on the water's surface, perfectly in line to catch your gaze. Now, the once imprisoned goddess found a reborn sense of self? The answer is obvious. Ocean currents distort vision, but once one breaks free, everything becomes crystal clear. So the moment Hanying surfaces, her entire field of vision snaps into sharp focus. She sees her now her own reflection, mirrored in the eyes that look straight into hers. Through others as her mirror, one comes to know life's warmth and chill, like savoring a sip only one can taste, like floating in a sea that carries all. At first glance, a closeness so true, we hold this bond as though we always knew. If she can turn back time, she wants to deliver a single message to her past self. She would say, this road is treacherous, but tomorrow still shines with hope. One day, someone will be there waiting for you at the end. The sea is crystal clear. They're so close that she can see her own reflection mirrored in the other's eyes. It's like a spotless mirror, guiding her to see who she truly is. At a glance, the sky becomes a galaxy pouring down, converging the emerald water at its center. Damn, alright. Oh, that was a beautiful ending. That was so poetic at the end, man. I loved it. Wow, that was such a poetic ending, dude. Wow. That was great. I love that, dude. Wow. But, yeah, overall, man, just great stuff, dude. But, yeah, overall, man, I love that. Yeah. That was such a fun story, just to see, I guess, how different characters love Commandant, I guess. But, yeah. Honestly, just great stuff, man. I loved it. But, yeah. I think with that said, that was just a great story overall. But, yeah.
指挥官，指挥。
But yeah, great stuff. I loved just seeing all of, you know, all of the, just all of them as well. Just, yeah, I loved seeing all of them and how they love Commandant and stuff. And just, yeah. Just great stuff all around, man. Just great stuff all around. But yeah, I think with that said, let's move on to probably the next and final thing we got for today, which will probably start Alpha's coding story today, which is this one. So yeah, let's go. Ooh, the music here is crazy. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go. Damn, alright. Damn, I'm going crazy. Let's go. But yeah, I think with that said, let's just do the first stage for today. I think we're just gonna do the first stage for today, and then we'll continue it next week. So yeah, I think with that said, let's go. Let's do it. Blue Bolt. Alright, let's go. A boundless sea of snow churns from the crashing waves. The cold mountain air slices like a blade, revealing once familiar view all over again. Even after mentally bracing for it, the biting cold is overwhelming, making anyone stop to take a few deep breaths. The transport craft only reaches the foot of the mountain. Beyond that, brutal terrain, dense fog, and the extreme cold knock out most equipment, so going on foot is the only option left. Monastery of Purity up on the mountain, huh? According to the multiple intel reports, ever since a massive outbreak of the punishing virus erupted near the monastery, no life signs have shown up there at all. The punishing concentration at lower altitudes remains steady for now. To establish a new conservation area beyond Wuming City, another thorough survey is needed. Because the terrain is so harsh, you're only able to bring a small survey squad as an advance team on your way to the destination. A vast white expanse blankens the world in hushed stillness. You trudge on, step by step, each of you silent to conserve your strength and biting cold, until at last, a soft complaint breaks the quiet.
天哪！
Hey,
怎么会
alright.
想到在这种鸟不拉屎、鸡不生蛋的鬼地方建新区啊？
Suddenly, faint bursts of gunfire drift through the air. Hey. All at once, a fierce wind picks up, and the sky grows menacingly dark. Gunshots, what is going on? Isn't the area around the monastery supposed to be completely abandoned?
是这样没错，可毕竟这里地广人稀，再加上天气极端多变，或许有漏查的地区。
Something's ahead. The weather may change at any time. Ask everyone to stop. Let's investigate first. Hey, let's go. Move quietly through a stand of pines to the gunfire. Ahead in a clearing, you few small houses dot the landscape. As you look farther up, the monastery stands. As you look farther up, the monastery stands silently in the distance, as if it's dozing beneath the drifting snow. Dark clouds are closing in, easy to spot as they move ever nearer. Although the building is in ruins, it still offers decent cover. Gunshots echo from somewhere near its walls, and swift shadows flicker in the darkness. There must be quite a few people huddled there. Alright, oh damn.
偷了我们的武
Damn,
器，
alright.
从哪又叫了新的打手？一群捡破烂的流民而已，真不要脸！和我们抢地盘，知道死字怎么写吗？给我变成马蜂窝吧！
As soon as the leader yells, the guns hidden under those bulky monk robes come up, spitting fire.
我们也上，不能让老大瞧不起。
Bullets are streaming in from every direction like a torrential downpour, scattering shell casings everywhere.
哎，停手！我们不是敌人。
One of your squad members step forward, arms raised high, trying to get them to hold their fire, but the gunfire doesn't let up. If anything, it just intensifies and rains down harder on you. Watch out, their target is two. They're so hostile that they're even firing on people who are not showing any aggression. It's almost too late to find cover now.
可恶，听不懂人话吗？
You rush over and yank your hot-headed teammate back. He stumbles forward and crashes into the snow. Nearly evading a volley of gunfire, your hand twitches toward your sidearm, but you hold yourself in check. Hold your fire, fall back to a safe spot first. Even if it's just self-defense, the moment you look like you're fighting back, any chance of negotiation goes out the window. You crouch low, watching your flank and covering your retreating teammates. To your surprise, the enemy closes in, their footsteps echoing behind the barricade. Oh shit, okay. Wait, Before you can finish speaking, a burst of light flickers in the blind spot. A cunningly angled bullet slices through the air, whistling straight at you. Damn, alright. Your reflexes take over. You fling a handful of to blind the enemy. Then raise your other arm to shield your chest, hoping to weaken the impact as much as possible. The gunpowder smells more like fireworks. Looks like they're using homemade guns, which send bullets flying in unpredictable patterns, makes it harder to track their trajectories. Heavy feeling settles over you as you think about how to deal with any injuries on the spot. Just when everything's about to come crashing down, you hear an engine roar in your ears. In a split second, faster than lightning, a figure rushes right in to think of the fight. Oh shit, yo?
谁准你们对我的猎物出手了？
Oh shit, yo, Alpha? Goddamn, alright. A blade, polished like a mirror, flashes sharper and colder than winter frost, slicing that vicious bullet clean in half in the blink of an eye. Everything shifts in slow motion. The half bullet lands in the snow, its scorching heat creating a faint ring of steam. Only then does the sound finally return, echoing through the cold air. Both sides lock up in shock, their attacks frozen in mid-action. But the refugees rally almost immediately, bursting from their cover and launching a renewed assault on the other side.
一看子弹，真的假的？弟兄们，停手！不要浪费子弹了。是老大，老大真帅！给他们点颜色瞧瞧。没弹药了，快跑！
Stones and splintered wood become makeshift projectiles, plunging the battlefield into deeper chaos. The refugees lack the firepower to hold the ground and are forced to back up one step at a time. Damn, alright. In one fluid motion, the driver lowers the vehicle, spins in a graceful arc, then whips around and races back, kicking up a flurry of snowy dust behind the wheels.
上来！
Damn, alright. You don't have time to think. In the blink of an eye, you barely dodge the roaring behemoth. Your instincts kick in as you grab the outstretched hand. A faint jolt of electricity runs through your body, and the world around you suddenly freezes like a single frame caught in your sight. Alpha?
一会儿再说。
You hold on tight, and a strong pull hoists you upward. Your head reels for a moment. You start worrying if you brought enough serum. But damn, honestly, dude, wow, the art is insane, man. Wow. Gunfire and crashing noises echo behind you. Remembering that half bullet from moments ago, you're caught in between relief and still being alive in fear of what lies ahead. Your hand lands on Alpha by reflexes. She clicks her tongue, twists the throttle, and propels the metal beast forward, speeding away from the gunfire. Alright, okay. Damn, okay. The scenery blurs into straight lines under the motorcycle's top speed. The wind whips up tiny snowflakes, and you instinctively press your face against the back of the person in front of you. Her hood's fuzzy trim flutters in the breeze. It feels incredibly soft.
胆子不小。
Hey, nice. Alpha seems completely at home here. She doesn't slow down for a moment. Charging full speed along the rugged mountain path, you can only grip tighter and hope for the best. It's your second time on this thing, and that sense of familiarity oddly reassures you. Damn, alright. Alright, okay. But that peaceful illusion doesn't last long. The vehicle lurches to a sudden halt.
到了。
The ride is surely fast. The monastery that felt so far away just moments ago is suddenly right in front of you. For the sake of efficiency, you should probably request an off-road military bike next time.
还想坐多久？
Alpha picks you up like you're a kid. The moment you plant your feet on the ground, your comms channel, previously all static, finally sparks to life.
喂，能听到吗？那个红色的影子砍开子弹，又忽然将你从交战地带走，我们甚至没看清。之后两方很快就都撤退了。
Damn.
没事吧？山林那边似乎有些零散的感染体，全追着你们过去了。
I'm alright for now. I've already reached the monastery. There's a bit of unrest among the civilians here. I'll try to sell things before you arrive. A blizzard's coming, and no one knows what's happening deeper inside the monastery. You keep the reserve troops on standby. Make sure everyone stays on high alert. Alright. The figure is moving closer, and last, a delayed sense of weariness creeps over your skin.
你的声音听起来断断续续的，是发生什么了吗？
Don't worry about it. The weather around the monastery is pretty bad, so the signal is... Damn. Alpha cuts the connection the instant her patience wears thin, then turns towards you with a subtle and enigmatic smile. Damn, okay.
你和空中花园的通讯结束了吗？
Oh shit. Oh, this ain't good. Oh, this ain't good. You know that she already knows the answer, but you don't see the point in talking back. Things have reached this point without much planning, so you have to take it one step at a time. She inspects her right hand at a leisurely pace, as if she's still getting used to its new look. Bold, peerless markings coil up her arm, vanishing beneath the fabric at her shoulder.
接下来又是我们两人的独处。
Damn, alright. Alpha acts like she doesn't care, but her fingers drum against the scabbard in a measured beat, stopping as soon as she finishes talking. We can work together. Let's talk this through.
既然都来到这种荒芜隔绝的地方了，这次你有什么样的目的？要谈什么样的合作？说来听听。目前我很有兴趣，也很有时间。
Okay, yeah, okay. Sure. God damn, alright. Yeah, alrighty then. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was certainly an introduction, that's for sure. But, yeah. Just great stuff all around, man. But yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna end stream here for today. Lots of fun stuff, lots of fun, a very fun stream, man. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I think with that said, this is probably where I'm gonna end the stream here for today. Lots of fun, had lots of fun, man. And just great stuff all around, dude. But yeah, it was really cool to see and read some of the coding stories as well. But yeah, and just really just fun to see how much they love Commandant and see. I'm curious in what the story is with this new alpha coding as well. But yeah, again, I will be streaming again on Wednesday at 3 p.m. EST for some more Genshin Impact. We will be continuing Fontaine, so yeah, hope you'll tune in for that. But yeah, I think this is with that said. I also will be uploading a video as well. I will be uploading a video as well on YouTube in about like 45 minutes ish. So hope you tune in for that. And yeah, I think with that said, this is probably where I'm going to end the stream here for today. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like on the stream. And also if you want to see more, be sure to drop a subscribe. And also let me know what you thought of the stream down in the comments below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Remember to stay humble, be kind to people. I see you guys later.